We pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now. Could we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now.
Yeah, I could use a dream or a genie or a wish to go back to a place much simpler than this. Cause after all the partying and smashing and crashing, and all the glitz and the glam and the fashion, and all the pandemonium and all the madness, there comes a time where you fade to the blackness. And when you staring at that phone in your lap, and you hoping but them people never call you back. But that's just how the story unfolds. You get another hand soon after you fold.
Welcome back to another episode of 876 How This Stays, and this is a new feature called the Cutting Board. And to christen the cutting board, we have here chef, Jamaican local chef, Dimario Bailey. All right, let's welcome him. All right, sir, how are you?
I'm fine, you?
Good, I'm good, you know. I'm good. It's hot, but I'll survive.
Yeah.
All right, for our viewers out there who they don't know you really, can you tell them a little about yourself?
Well, I'm Chef Dimario. I'm 24 years of age. I'm currently a chef, as you all know. Yeah, I'm a personal chef.
All right, the personal chef.
Yeah.
Can you explain to us what's a personal chef?
Well, a personal chef is basically a chef who caters to a particular client. It's different from a private chef. A private chef really does his own thing on call. Yeah. So that's the difference.
Chef versus a private chef.
Yes.
So why did you become a chef in the first place?
Well, the love of food started from I was in grade 4. I can vividly remember my mom being in teachers college, and I tried that thing, you know.
Wait, what did you make? Egg and bread?
No, I made stewed chicken.
Your bread?
Yeah, man.
I don't try egg and bread, you got chicken.
All out, stewed chicken. Tasted alright, it wasn't the best.
Brown stew chicken?
Yes, the rice couldn't eat though.
Oh.
The rice was a no-no. Yes, so that took me a while to catch, but I realized over the years, I observed, and I realized that food really brings people together, and I've always wanted to be a part of that. Yeah.
So in high school, you did homemade canned food?
For sure. I did it.
Which high school did you go to?
I went to Dintle Technical High School.
It's on a teach me, they don't know me to do homemade, so they'll block me future. But that's good though, because a lot of high schools, in my time, I couldn't. They were like encouraged to do like TV.
It's a traditional high school.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sure now like that. Traditional high school. Okay, alright, sir. So you always wanted to become a chef?
Always. It was either being a chef or pursuing political science.
Okay.
And I ended up here. Because my mind started to shift from the food as I grew, but some way it found me back. I didn't find it, it found me. Yeah.
So a chef or political science?
Yes.
So politics or a chef, what are, you know?
Two separate sides of the spectrum.
Things, right.
Yeah,
but you can do both now, you know, we're in the 21st century.
True.
You can do anything you want. So what's your inspiration? Who inspired you or what inspired?
I mean, to be honest, who inspires me, I usually watch a lot of TV, and one of my favorite persons to watch cook who really inspires me was Chef Brian Lumley.
He's at District 5 now.
Yes.
Wake up Chef Brian.
Yeah.
You know,
Brian himself. Brian himself.
He came on that show thing, that competition, right?
Taste of the Caribbean.
Taste of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Alright, so after that, anybody else?
You know, you have Chef Andre Fowles, Chef Alex the Great for sure. You know, Chef TJ, as you know, big inspiration. Really smart guy.
These are all young persons.
For sure.
I don't know all of them.
Yeah, they are all young persons.
They're all persons in their 20s and 30s.
Yes.
So anybody, any older persons, any of the great ones, you know?
Probably Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, for sure.
Chef Ramsay, everybody knows Chef Ramsay. Yeah. Alright, so can you explain to our viewers, as a the private chef, right?
Personal
chef.
yeah.
What's your daily routine? And when you get to work, what do you do? You know.
So like any other chef, you get to work, you clean. It's the first thing because you have to be clean or cleanly, especially in this particular time. You get to work, you clean. You already know what you're going to prepare from the jump. So you take those ingredients out and you prep them. You select the right amount of quantity and you give yourself a good timeline to prepare those things. If your client or your boss has to leave out, say for example, in an hour, you're not going to choose anything that is difficult to prep because that will go over the time of an hour. Yeah. No, not necessarily. There are a lot of things you can do that don't take a lot of time, man. Yeah, so that's the start. You continue throughout the day. You might be requested to do something different at a particular time, and it depends on their diet at that particular time as well.
So what I mean, like, you give me a timeline. So do you come to work like at 5 o'clock or do you come to work at 8 o'clock?
I come to work 7:38.
7:38.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a really a 9 to 5 job.
Not necessarily. It's less than a 9 to 5. But it's a bit more technical than a 9 to 5.
Do you do the shopping?
Sometimes.
Okay. Alright. Interesting. So you make breakfast and then
Lunch.
you prep for lunch,
Yes.
you make lunch.
Yeah. And then you prep for dinner. And you do snacks in between. So it really depends on what they need. And sometimes you might even do lunch and you don't do dinner. You might sometimes do lunch, you don't do breakfast. It just depends. It varies.
Okay, it's interesting. What's your favorite dish to make?
My favorite dish, I don't necessarily have a favorite dish, but I do enjoy this particular dish that I made when I was at a restaurant. It's a Cajun black meat snapper with a...
So it's spicy?
Yes. And it goes with a tomato sauce with roasted bell peppers and a little bit of scotch bonnet because you need about that Jamaican essence for sure. It's served with polenta, but it's polenta kind of done different. It's done like traditional polenta, but it's put in a fridge to set overnight. You slice it, you butter it, you fry it. So it's crispy on the outside, turned cornmeal.
Okay. I just want to
Yeah, turned cornmeal.
polenta is turned cornmeal.
Yeah.
Made proper.
It's just the Italian word, man.
Okay. So you turn the cornmeal, but you set it and put it in the fridge.
Yeah. And you slice it, you butter it
with egg and
with
flour.
egg, flour, panko breadcrumbs if you want that extra crunch, and you fry it. So it's crispy on the outside, creamy on the inside, and it balances the pepper because you know the coconut milk is a balanced dish.
Do you put coconut milk in your
turned cornmeal? Yeah, for sure.
When I put the chicken back.
No.
When I put the chicken back, sure. You be like ackee and anything, any ingredient.
I'm doing it as a starch, so I don't necessarily add
any vegetable.
no.
Okay.
Vegetables served as side.
Alright, interesting. So that's one of your favorite things to make. We have seen a shift in the menus in Jamaica in the restaurant offerings. There's been a shift over the years. What do you think caused this shift?
The internet.
The internet. But from my travels or my experience, I don't see the same shift in other cultures to that same.
Because the thing is, a lot of other
Why
cultures,
Why are we so
a lot of other cultures, their food culture is cemented in their culture itself.
And Jamaica isn't?
Not necessarily. We're more Americanized than anything else. We're foreign-minded, so to speak.
Right, but I mean, food is the heart of a culture, and
in some
language.
cultures, and music.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm really afraid.
But even if we look at it that way, even our music is shifting into an international look in terms of the sound. So everything evolves.
I'm here for the food. When I see the food changing over time, it worries me. Because then there comes a generation after me, the 80s, that some of these kids don't know. I mean, some people they don't know. The men don't know what, eventually they don't know what's a brown stew chicken.
That will be a day. That will be a day.
A goated soup.
I mean,
Stew peas with chicken food. Like say chicken, they don't even know what chicken food can be eaten.
here's the thing. Yes. Here's the thing. As much as we might think it will go away, it won't. Because of the thing that I mentioned before, the internet. Things will always come back in a cycle.
But then when it does that, it changes.
Yeah, for sure it will
Other
change.
Culture, it's why in Japan, those kids eat rice and raw fish from Japan from ever since. They don't change.
Yeah, it's the culture.
But we are the culture.
No,
and
they
culture
take
is
their
not-
culture
the
seriously.
culture is not separate apart from us.
True,
from
but they
you.
take their culture very seriously.
So I'm a teacher and
Yeah.
you're a chef.
Yes.
I try to pass on certain things to my students.
True.
And it's also your job
True.
to pass on the culinary part of the
True.
culture.
True. And to make it exciting as well.
Yes.
And a part of it is that food from back in the day isn't necessarily elevated in today's world.
All right. So that brings me. Hey, come feed me now. It's a thing, man. That comes to me. Come on, yeah, rush me now. How do you elevate a dish? I'm talking
Alright.
about elevation.
So elevation comes from a variety of things. It comes from look and it comes from preparation technique. So what I try to do is I try to seek food trends and I try to apply them to our dish. For example, different types of plating styles.
So the current food trend is plating style.
No, there are a lot of different food trends because one of them includes gastronomy.
Is that thing where they put the food under
Gastronomy is basically the science of food or how food works.
Oh, so it's not the thing where they put it in pump the
Or the smoke.
smoke? What's that?
That's
So
a
what does
means
it
of
do?
gastronomy. It smokes the food.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
a smoke taste.
yeah.
So instead of making the wood fire outside, I put it on and
Yeah,
give it a natural.
yeah.
Oh, so that's like a shortcut to
Yes. Or it brings it directly to the table. It's for two things. It's for taste and it's for showmanship.
Yeah, tricks. I get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so one of the ways that I elevate a dish is I try to plate it different. Another thing is sorry about that.
Okay.
Another thing is I use different techniques. So I like toast my herbs and spices before I add them to dishes.
Okay.
You know, another thing is to
That brings out the
yes.
flavor.
Another thing is I sweat my aromatics, and I bring them to a point where they get the best of flavors.
You know, aromatics are like onions and
Yes.
stuff. So you have to basically insert your onions and
Yes, a lot of people don't do that. As much as you may think, a lot of people don't do that.
When I live a country,
Yeah.
we live outside.
Yeah.
I thought that was a normal thing. They don't do it,
A lot of people don't do it, man. Yeah.
and that's a science.
Now, yeah, that's a
It's about
sign.
country people, old people do those things. Maybe they didn't know that this is a science, but you know, they know
Yeah,
that
there's
when-
a science behind it
when
because it
you-
releases the oils.
Right, when you stir fry your onions and your garlic and your
Yeah,
scallion, it does something to the food
Yeah.
different, yeah.
it does. And traditional cooking has taken a back a lot. A lot of people don't cook on wood fire anymore because it's deemed as a poor people thing. But you can say it as well as I can. Wood fire rice and peas tastes way better.
Alright, be done here, son. We're done. Thank you for watching. You bring up the rice and peas, yes. It
Fact.
tastes
Completely different.
Than on the stove.
Yeah, entirely different. Same thing with puddings.
Right. So you know Chef Simone, who does street food Saturdays?
Yeah, I've heard about her, but I don't know her per se.
Right, so she does the street food Saturdays in Golden Spring when they go over
By the
Stone Hill,
near the river.
up the road.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So
I've seen it.
she does. We went there and I interviewed her. and She explained to me when she did her for a particular PhD or some research.
Yeah.
Her thing is wood fire preparation food. So even her bread puddings and her puddings are done.
It's done traditionally. And it's people like those that keep the culture going.
Right.
Yeah, so it doesn't directly change.
But that's one person.
Now, a lot of people do it because you have the guy up in Prairie, the pudding man.
No comment.
A lot of people do it.
Yes, pudding man been putting outside. with his coal stove and stuff. So yeah, but more than one or two persons good at it.
Yeah.
So that's your style is you said you prepare your ingredients.
Yes.
How about your plating style? Do you have a signature plating style?
No, I don't think any one chef has a signature plating style. We just evolve as we learn and try new things. And as long as you're open to learning, you will forever be changing. Yeah.
Alright, thank you. If you were ever to compete for a title against any chef in the world, who would that be?
I don't think I would say I'd want to compete against any particular chef. I'd more so want to work with or among to learn, because I forever want to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the competitive part of it is, no, I'm not gunning for anybody.
It's not a gun, but it's human nature to want to be the best. Everybody wants to be the best. You want to be the best.
And part of wanting to be the best is to learn. And what better way to learn than to learn from somebody that you think is a worthy adversary?
And who is that for you?
Worthy? A lot of people. A lot of people. TJ, for example. Chef Demetrius, for example.
Sure.
And a lot of people, a lot of my peers. Yeah.
Do you bake?
No, I don't bake.
Okay, TJ is very good at baking.
Yeah.
So.
I bake, but I'm not a pastry chef. Yes.
Like trained pastry chef?
Yes.
Are you locally trained?
Yes, I am. I was trained at the Runaway Bay Heart.
Okay.
So I went to Runaway Bay.
The premier institution.
Yes.
What's next in cooking? What's next?
What's next? At the moment, let me correct that. I started my business a year ago.
Okay.
It's been growing. It's been going well. So
that's something different from that's something different than your personal chef.
Yeah.
Or you?
It's a pop-up.
Oh,
So I do pop-up and delivery. So you can check my Instagram out there. There's content there at chef.
Content there.
There's content there on my Instagram. So
When is your next pop-up?
my next pop-up is going to be next month then.
Which is August.
Yes.
Go back to school.
Yes.
You'll be donating the proceeds.
To my bank account.
And you should. Okay. So what's on the menu for that? Have you been?
No, I haven't
advertising it?
constructed a menu as yet, but it's normally something that includes Jamaican cuisine mixed with comfort food. So for example, on my menu, I usually have a Appleton barbecue mac and cheese. So it's comfort food with a Jamaican taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll take a break and we'll be back after this. All right, welcome back to 876 How This Stays, and we are here with Chef Dimario Bailey on the cutting board. All right, sir?
Yes, sir.
The final words. Talk to the trainees out there, the hard trainees who are there in the, in their food and beverage courses, in their commis chef courses, and they need some form of inspiration to know that, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
True.
Speak to that trainee in the runaway.
So what I can say to that trainee is that if you love it, there will be hard times. Continue and do it with passion. Don't limit yourself to learning. Learn more than what your teacher teaches. It will keep you ahead. That's what I'd say to them. Yeah.
Alright. And what do you have to say to the Instagrammers out there? It's July 1st and gone. How many days have passed? 16 days since we have been freed. And summer is upon us. So what do you have to say to the party goers and the foodies and the eaters and everybody?
Wear a mask. Wear a mask.
Wear a mask.
Play your part in this coronavirus thing. Yeah, it's needed.
And lastly, what do you have to say to your fellow chefs? Your fellow
I love you
comrades?
guys. You guys are all an inspiration. Thanks for the many lessons. Remain humble.
All right, and we have been talking with Chef Dimario Bailey here on the cutting board. He has christened the cutting board for us. It has been 876 How This Stays. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook at How This Stays. and pop over by Instagram and grab a friend with you and join the fun and the foodie road at 876 underscore how underscore this underscore taste. Alright, peace.
I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. You come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those comments, I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah.